Michele Evette Watley, more widely known by her stage name Midori, is an emblematic figure whose multifaceted career spans music, dance, modeling, acting, and entertainment. Her journey through disparate yet interconnected spheres of American pop culture offers a nuanced lens into the intersections of race, gender, and media representation. Midori is not merely a former film actress, she is a cultural pioneer, a symbol of resilience, and a compelling testament to the power of self-definition in the face of societal marginalization. Midori's rise to fame occurred during the 1990s and early 2000s, a period of immense cultural transformation in the United States. The era was marked by the proliferation of hip-hop, the digital revolution, and evolving conversations around race and sexuality. African American representation in mainstream and entertainment remained limited and often stereotypical, reflecting broader systemic inequities. Against this backdrop, Midori's presence was revolutionary. Her ability to claim space in predominantly white and male-dominated industries not only challenged racial boundaries but also brought visibility to the complexities of Black female sexuality. This video argues that Michele Evette Watley, aka Midori, transcended conventional labels to become a cultural trailblazer who defied racial and gender norms, expanded representation in entertainment, and reclaimed agency over her identity through her diverse career pursuits. Midori's entrance into the film industry marked a significant shift in racial representation. In a field often criticized for its marginalization and hypersexualization of Black performers, she distinguished herself not only by her performance but by her assertive control over her image. In 2001, she became the first African American woman to win an AVN Award for Best Supporting Actress, an accolade that underscored her talent and professional legitimacy. Her subsequent induction into the AVN Hall of Fame in 2009 and the Urban the 10th Hall of Fame in 2023 further cemented her legacy as a pioneer in entertainment. These accolades are not merely personal triumphs but milestones that reflect broader progress in an industry often resistant to diversity. Notably, Midori refused to be pigeonholed, often selecting roles that diverged from the racially charged tropes typically reserved for Black actresses. Her performances defied the one-dimensional exotic other stereotype and instead presented a complex portrayal of Black female sexuality that was bold, commanding, and unapologetic. Moreover, her recognition by outlets such as Complex and The Independent, which named her among the hottest Black mature stars, and Queen of the Black hardcore market, respectively, illustrates her mainstream crossover appeal. Such labels, while reductive in some respects, also signify a level of influence and visibility rarely afforded to Black performers. Midori's stardom made her a recognizable figure not just within circles but in broader cultural discourse, challenging audiences to reconsider preconceived notions of race, desirability, and performance. What sets Midori apart from many of her contemporaries is her refusal to be defined solely by her work in entertainment. Before and after her film career, Watley was involved in music, dance, and acting, illustrating her versatility and artistic ambition. As a singer, she explored genres ranging from R&B to electronic music, performing under her real name in an effort to reassert control over her public persona. This transition from star to musician was not without its challenges, particularly in an industry that often stigmatizes former sex workers. Yet, Watley navigated these barriers with resilience, embracing her complex identity rather than compartmentalizing it. Her earlier work as a dancer and model also laid the foundation for her later ventures. Having appeared in music videos and worked alongside prominent entertainers, Watley was no stranger to the performative demands of popular culture. This experience imbued her with a nuanced understanding of visual storytelling, which she later applied to her roles in both and mainstream media. She has also been vocal about the struggles of transitioning between industries, often speaking out against the double standards that afford redemption to male performers while castigating women for similar choices. Through interviews and public appearances, Midori advocated for the legitimacy of sex work as a form of labor and artistic expression, thereby contributing to the growing discourse around sex-positive feminism and intersectional identity. Despite her accomplishments, Midori's legacy is not without controversy. Critics argue that her success, while notable, still occurred within an exploitative industry that commodifies female bodies, particularly those of women of color. From this perspective, her achievements are seen less as acts of empowerment and more as symptomatic of systemic issues that continue to plague the film world. Feminist scholars have debated whether any form of agency is truly possible within such a context, questioning whether Midori's narrative represents genuine autonomy or a form of strategic compliance. However, such critiques often overlook the agency that Midori herself asserts. In multiple interviews, she has articulated a clear vision for her career, consistently framing her choices as deliberate and empowering. Rather than being passively subjected to the male gaze, she actively engaged with it, redefining it on her own terms. The complexities of her legacy resist binary interpretations, urging a more nuanced analysis that recognizes both the constraints of the industry and the subversive potential of her work within it. In this light, Midori's career can be viewed not as a contradiction but as a dynamic negotiation of power, identity, and representation. Midori's career exemplifies the intersections of race, gender, and representation in American culture. Her groundbreaking work in entertainment disrupted racial norms and earned her unprecedented recognition. Simultaneously, her endeavors in music, dance, and advocacy reveal a multidimensional figure committed to challenging the limitations imposed upon her by society. While critics continue to debate the implications of her choices, her career reflects both the oppressive structures she navigated and the transformative possibilities she embodied. Ultimately, Michele Evette Watley, Midori, stands as a cultural icon who redefined the boundaries of representation for Black women in the media. Her life and career resist simplistic categorization, offering instead a powerful example of resilience, creativity, and self-determination. In an era increasingly attuned to questions of identity, representation, and agency, Midori's story serves as a vital reminder of the importance of inclusivity across all facets of cultural production. By reclaiming her narrative, she invites us to rethink what it means to be visible, valued, and victorious in the face of adversity. Her legacy endures not just in the accolades she received, but in the pathways she opened for those who follow. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to our channel. By subscribing, you'll be notified when we upload new videos. Thank you again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.